Hey everyone, it is Jessica, the Vegan Vixen. As you can see from earlier videos this week, I'm looking a little better. I'm definitely feeling a little better. I have been doing lots and lots and lots of GI stuff this week just to try to fix what's going on in there. Lots of swelling, lots of pain, lots of inflammation, obstruction, and why? Who knows? Who knows? It just, with my body, unfortunately, it's just name of the game, par for the course. But today's treatment, I think, after having so many, I think the quantity of treatments this week, today's was like the real kicker. And I have started to really get into tonics again. What I was doing, I would just like take it as I need it. But the thing is, with herbs, you have to take them consistently to see the results. And now that I'm starting to take them regularly, I'm actually starting to, it took like a good week or two for me to like really feel like the kicker. And I don't know, I'm starting to feel a little brighter, a little clearer, a little healthier. And I know it's not because I'm getting better, because my lungs are very, very, very sore and inflamed and filled with mucus, and they just need to get cared for. Unfortunately, I have to go into the hospital to get the meds that I need and the treatment that I need and get this area situated. As much as I live this natural, clean life, there are some things with a chronic illness that is unavoidable. And this case, it's unfortunate, but I'm going to have to treat it with IV antibiotics to fight the infection that is occurring in my lungs. My goal, Jessica's goal, is to only have 2 weeks of IVs and not the usual month. And I don't know how realistic that is, but that is my personal goal, because I just want to do the bare minimum, but feel better with the bare minimum, not just do the bare minimum and be like, yeah, I'm good. No, I actually want to feel better and continue ramping and amping up the things that I'm doing in my life to clean and clear the body of the toxins and make sure that my good bacteria remains in my intestines so that the antibiotics don't wipe that out as well. I know that it will. I know that I need to ramp up certain things to make sure that I keep it flowing properly, but I really just want to continue to detoxify, clean the body, use my herbs to keep that energy high, because the antibiotics tend to tank me, wipe me, and basically I just want to crash and burn. So I'm in a good place mentally today. Today, I feel like 90% of the things I need to do are done. I need to do one more big thing before I go into the hospital. I need to make a few food prep items so that my husband can bring them to me nightly so that I can make myself meals while in the hospital. And I almost finished the laundry for the week, so that's just one big stressor off my head. And yeah, so I'm feeling ready to commit. The problem with me is always that commitment level. How long am I going to be in? And do I really need to go? Yes, I need to go, but do I want to go? And do I want to deal with residents who don't know anything about me and want to make judgments about me? And it's just not. I'm like, let's deal with this. Let's do this. Let's keep it moving. Let's not make judgments about somebody you don't even know. I'm not a good participant in the hospital. I am on edge. I'm high strung. I am anxious. I'm crazy. Like, I'm just like, come on, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get out. Do you want me to do it for you? Like, I don't like being thrown off my schedule. I don't like being taken out of my comfort zone. A lot of this stuff really does trigger me, and it gets me to a point where maybe I'm not the I feel like I'm very good with the nurses and the doctors, unless judgments are being made when there's no need for that business. It's like, can we just focus on why I'm here? Because that's why I'm here. And if I'm asking you questions about certain things, it's because I have concerns. Not that I'm trying to tell you how to do your job, but I know my body, and I've been through this a lot longer than you have been practicing medicine for the most part. So it's just, I'm ready, but I'm going to do a lot of filming there. So hopefully that will like keep me calmer. But now that I'm 5 minutes in, I have a really awesome video today for you guys. I am going to talk herbs. I don't have all the herbs I want to talk about because some of which I'm out, one of which specifically I'm going to do an extra special video focusing on GI, and that will be included in that video. But I have 3 brands here that are really quality brands, one of which I love most, and all of the herbs that I don't have in that brand line, I plan on putting it into that line once I run out. And yes, so I'm also going to film regarding tonics, maybe this week, maybe when I get out of the hospital, but I'm bringing stuff to the hospital with me, so maybe while I'm in the hospital, we'll see how crazy I feel. Okay, so first things first, water. I meant to do this beforehand. So water is really, really important in hydrating the body, nourishing the body, producing the best quality food, tea, tonic, you name it. So that being said, we in our house have a reverse osmosis filter built into our sink. It's actually a separate spigot just for that water. That is wonderful. However, that does not supply me with the minerals, and you know, I wanted to pull this up anyway, the minerals that I had wanted, and that I think I need. So I tend to also purchase bottled spring water. There's one brand I really love. I don't know their name. They're in a green bottle. I think they have the best mineral water I have ever tasted. I believe it's spring water. Let me look this up. I want to be educated when I talk to you and tell you this, and I really did mean to pull this up. Anyway, or there are options. There are lots of options, and so I am really conscious even when making food. There is no way that you would ever see me taking water from the sink to boil, if I make a pasta of any sort, to boil that, to put into rice, to put into anything, like even my soups, especially my soups. No way. Not happening. I use the reverse osmosis filtered water. If I go a step further, Mountain Valley Spring Water. That's the brand. I love their water. It's amazing. It's just, I feel so effervescent when I drink it. So yeah, I actually have been considering buying those major, here's their website, their major multiple gallon things and just having it downstairs where I live in the basement. This is not my studio apartment. This is the kitchen that the whole house shares. We have a kitchenette, not a kitchen. So yes. So that is one item that I love, and it's an alkaline water. It's filled with the minerals that we are devoid of in our life, where we live in high fluoridated water supplies that straight up smell and taste like chlorine. It is disgusting, and I don't want to drink it. I don't even want to bathe in it. I have like a special ball that I put in the tub with me that like helps to counterbalance that chlorine. Ugh. So there are other options, like say buying lots of bottles of this water, which is not particularly low priced. If that's not in your budget, there's a wonderful alternative. I've featured this many times, but And I have actually considered buying the countertop filter because I think that I use this so much, it makes a lot of sense. It's very practical. But there is a brand called Santeva, or Santivia, if I could ever get their name right. How jazzy would that be? I have 2 products by them. This one I used to use a lot. I never really use because I have this. But this essentially pH balances your water, and it adds the minerals back into the water that you need. So this is just a stick. You put it in your water bottle. You can keep it in there all day. You can leave it in there for 5 to 10 minutes, and boom, you have your beautiful mineralized, alkalized water. Awesome. But if you're like me and you like to have a big vat of water that's been mineralized and alkalized, something like this is a little more practical. Yes, it's a little more time consuming, but I'm okay with that. And so this holds, I think, about 12-ish ounces. So it's got the bottom filter. It has this top filter. This basket gets 100 and something uses. And after you've purchased this is about $35. Then you just have to replace the basket, which I believe is like $10 every like twice a year, essentially. Like twice a year, 2.5 times a year. Super easy. Leave it in for 5 to 10 minutes. You can drink this right away. You can pour it and store it in a larger spigoted bottle. You know what I'm saying. Or you can take it one step further and you can create structured water that has been sitting with healing crystals as well. So what I have in here is quartz and rose crystal. I have this beautiful bottle. I'm just making sure I don't spill any over here. And I have the Flower of Life, which is my favorite of the sacred geometry, on this gorgeous vessel. I don't know who made this. I will find out, and I will make sure I post this in the link below because this is such a beautiful piece. And it's such a special piece to me because I asked my husband, he says structured water is fake, it doesn't exist. I guess it falls into whatever camp you believe in, but I read this amazing book, and I don't know, 6, 7 years ago, and it talked about how if you're talking to your water, if you're positive towards your water, if you're drinking the water and you're thinking positive things, you can actually change the structure of the water. He did these amazing studies with the ice crystals from the water, and it was just such a wonderful book. I will get that name and put that in the link below as well if you're interested in hearing about structured water and the benefits of talking and speaking positively or writing positive things on your bottle, like love yourself, joy, spirit, you know, whatever it is to really uplift what you're consuming. And the quartz crystals are there to add their healing benefits for me. And I think that is beautiful to add to a tonic. If we're doing something for our health, don't we want to do it to the max that we can? I'm just saying. So, today I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Aw, fail. I forgot one. It's downstairs. That's okay. I'll talk about it. And I just won't film it because I'm not going to edit. Okay. What I'm drinking today, by the way, guys, this is something I have one of every day. This is pine pollen in probiotic infused water. You don't need the probiotic infused water. It's just something extra as a little bump in my day because I need the extra probiotics after all of the gastrointestinal cleansing that I've been doing. I just want to make sure I rebalance so that we don't have any bad bacteria feeding without the fighting of the good bacteria. So pine pollen is one of the most amazing herbs. I will get to it. I just want to share with you this is what I'm drinking. And it's just so easy. Take a teaspoon and a half, cup or 2 of water, shake it up, you're good to go. And it's, do you love that? That's how I taste things. It's like, I gotta marinate. It's really, because I also have, it's a ginger lime probiotic water by Suja. I'm really obsessed. But this is just so light. It's not something that's pungent. It's not something that you're going to drink and your nose is just going to do that like nostril flare, that immediate sense that you get when you hate something. This is not something that's like thick or going to cause you a textural disturbance. It's very light. It's very palatable. It is good stuff. Why is the Siri business doing this? Do any of you have that issue when you're in a room and you're talking to someone, or yourself for that matter, because it's happened, or filming a video like today where Siri picks up and she's like trying to figure out what words you're saying, and I'm like, why are you doing this? Like, what's making you pick up some of the words that I say? Anyway, you can leave a comment below to see if you have a crazy Siri on your phone or if that's just me. So, let's get started. I'm doing this alphabetically. Okay, first and foremost, the brand that I love is Sun Potion. Yes. Super, super, super good. This is amazing, this brand. It's all wild harvested. It's just, the quality is so high compared to some of the other herb brands that I've had that I certainly would recommend this brand above all else. That's how much I feel passionate about Sun Potion. They have a wonderful, wonderful collection of herbs and superfoods. One of my favorite superfoods of all times is white mulberry, and they have a killer white mulberry, or a bag of white mulberry, and I love those. I could munch like it's my job. So, Ashitaba. I think it's one of the two. But this, people, is serious. This is a blood builder. In fact, it is a vegan blood builder. So, ladies, on your menses, on your lunar cycle, which, by the way, my husband pointed out today, funnily enough, I'm just going to share, we're all ladies, and guys, you can be open to hearing about the lady business. I was talking about symptomatic ailments to having my menses, and I was like, wait a minute, it could be coming soon, because these symptoms are always linked with it, and the full moon just happened, so obviously crystals were charged. We have a beautiful vessel to start reactivating my water with beautiful fresh crystals, and he responded back, your lunar cycle is on point. This is my husband. He'll probably be embarrassed if he sees this, but his response was, lunar cycle on point. And it's funny because I am due for my menses, and here's another full moon, and it's usually right at the full moon when I have my cycle. So this blood builder, friends, this is excellent twofold for women. One, for when you do have your menses, you know, you're shedding your lining, and obviously you want to rebuild the blood, and you want to have those red blood cells pumping through, and especially for mothers and mothers-to-be, for creating breast milk, this aids in creating and helping with lactation. That is huge. I've had many friends who have had babies who don't necessarily have the healthiest of diets not be able to breastfeed their children when that was their original intentions. That's what they wanted to do, and they were not able to. So this is really important. This might be something when you're trying to get pregnant that you may want to buy, just so you can have one step up to actually feed your baby your milk. And I think it's really important. I think having that connection with you and your child is crucial in the developmental stages. So just something to think about. Not only is this wonderful for the ladies, we will go further and talk about why it's wonderful for everyone. First and foremost, it is very rich in B6 and B12. B vitamins are the most scrutinized vitamins for people on a vegan diet. But not only that, we as people, all diets aside, tend to run low in B and D vitamins. And I think for anybody, B6 and B12 are insanely crucial. Now, it's also really great for your skin and your digestive tract. It helps with the assimilation, and it's a really great tonic for the two. And most people will know that a lot of your face is because of your GI. What's going on here is what's going on here. Please, if you're eating something funky and you start breaking out, notice that why you're breaking out. The likeliness is because something is going wrong in the belly. And this is a really great tonic. It's a Shen tonic, which basically means that it's uplifting to the spirit, the body, the mind. It's absolutely wonderful. This is one of my favorites. This is such a wonderful herb. I can't talk highly enough about it, but especially as a woman, you should look into this. If you're still menstruating, if you're in your baby making stages, this is very important. It's not going to make you more fertile. It's not for that purpose, but it is for keeping regularity. It is for helping you to produce the milk to feed and nourish your baby. So it's a really great herb for all people, and it's a great way to get those vitamin Bs that we worry about. You could probably even ditch your B vitamin supplements in lieu of the ashitaba. Okay, moving on. We're moving to a really great herb, highly anti-inflammatory, and this is an Ayurvedic herb, ashwagandha. It is also known as Indian ginseng. This tonifies the immune system, and it also adds vigor and strength to the body. And this is, as I've said, it's a very powerful antioxidant. This is also another Shen tonic, which is a body, mind, and spirit tonic. But this beauty, for any of you anxious folk, help with reducing stress on a physical, mental, and external level. That's talking internal and the stress areas on your face. Let's cue the men in on this one. This is a sexual stamina booster. It helps to alleviate symptoms of asthma, arthritis, chronic fatigue, infertility, and depression. This is your overall life booster for men and women. If you're struggling, you have a lot of stress, you have a lot of anxiety and depression, boom, hook yourself up with this. If you have breathing issues, another great one. If you have inflammation, illness, chronic illness, which will also lead to chronic fatigue, boom! Ashwagandha, people, let's get on it. And again, for you men who need a little extra stamina, vigor, power, whatever, and you want to get it on a little more and you're worried about not being able to please the partner, ashwagandha! Let's do it, people. Boom, boom, boom. All right, we're going to move on to Astrologus. Now, this one I do not have by Sun Potion. I have by another brand that I had used prior to Sun Potion, and I liked their products quite a bit, and I'm on my last bag from my stash. And as great as this company is, which I would still recommend if you want to look into more variety from what Sun Potion has, this is another high-end brand. It's called Jing Herbs. The owners are very knowledgeable. They are wonderful. They will actually be more than happy to talk to you about hooking you up with some supplements that are best for your body. And if you have questions, they are available via phone to talk to you to help you best select what you need. So, this one is also a really great herb. There we go. It's a really great herb for skin. It's all about the skin, guys. I'm serious. But again, what goes with the skin? Digestion. So this is a really good high metabolic, digestive skin herb. I'm just saying, this is something to really consider. This is also an immune booster, supplies lots of energy to the body, and it is an anti-aging herb. Helps decrease some of the age that we've put on our face, and this helps to tonify the spleen and the lungs. So you should consider this if you are looking for some digestive help, some help with breathing, and if you're looking for energy and you're wanting to boost the immune system. I don't use this one as much as I use other herbs. I will be straightforward about that. There's a few others that I find for me, and that's the other thing with herbs is you don't need every herb under the sun. Some of these I only use occasionally, like this one. Other herbs I use daily, like this one, which is actually the next one we're going to talk about. But it's all about what your personal needs are, what the benefits are to your body with the herbs that you select, and then you can make beautiful tonics with it. And I will do, like I said, I'll do another video to make tonics and share with you the benefits of tonics and how easy it is to make it at home. And I love them in the morning, and you can just get crazy and you can make everything to your liking. And that's the one thing I think about herbs that's so crucial is we can customize our health by what we need and what we'd like to achieve versus a pill that's given to us that's all crap. Just saying. Okay, so Jessica's top 2-ish herbs. I really use 2, probably more than any other herb ever. I do use a lot of these herbs. I use about 4 or 5 a day specifically, but 2 I don't go without. Like, if I'm going to the hospital and I can only fit a few, I'm bringing these 2 with me everywhere I go. Hishuo is, I think it could be Hoshuo. Hishuo? Anyway, I used to call it Hishogu. That's not right, but I think it's Hishuo. Anyway, this is everything to me, and they call it a rejuvenation tonic, and I will agree to that extent that it truly does. So this is another blood tonic, and it's for longevity, anti-aging, obviously the blood building, a beautifying tonic. It's a Shen tonic, which enlivens the spirit, and it is also a Jing tonic. And this is your life force tonic. And I wrote something here. Oh, yes. So, since this is a rejuvenation tonic, this is something I really wanted to point out. There's a couple things that were specific that I was like, please, Jessica, don't forget to talk about these elements. So if you're feeling a cold coming on, if you have a cold, this is one herb that will get you through that cold quicker. This is going to help you heal and boost that immune system that much quicker. It's very, very high in antioxidants, which again helps with that inflammation in your body. And this is going to show up internally and externally. As you can see, my skin has started to clear immensely this week because of all the GI treatments I've been doing. I've really been getting the gunk out of my intestines. I've been doing colonics, enemas. Unfortunately, I have to resort to a phase where I have to use heavy prescription drugs, colonic prep medicines, everything I have to do at home before I would go into the hospital for more invasive procedures. This is what I do, this is how I do it, and I do a lot of water ritual during this time as well, and I think that's hugely helpful just for me to bring that stress level down from the pain, from the swelling, from just the anxiety of going, okay, when do I go, when do I go, what do I do, should I call the doctors, yeah, should I call the doctors now, and so on and so forth. And using these tonifying herbs and tonics are just one more step to help bring the peace within my body and help keep me clean, keep me clear, and beautify me from the inside out. And that's what we want to do. That's where natural medicine comes to play. It beautifies us inside out It keeps us clean, it keeps us energized, it keeps our immune system high, our blood clean. This is everything. And one more interesting thing that I read in, I think it was a macrobiotic book, but this herb specifically is highly revered by men in Asia, China, Japan, because this is such a powerful boosting tonic for your hair, your skin, your nails, your GI, that it actually helps with hair regrowth, but it actually grows your hair darker. Like these older men would use this herb at a much higher ratio than what it would be recommended. But they use it and it would grow their hair back thicker, and it would grow so if they're starting to gray, it would actually start to make their hair grow back black. It's very interesting. I think it was one of the first things I actually read about this herb, and I was like, check that out, I gotta go try that. And I've been hooked ever since. Not that I'm a man, and not that I wanted to grow the hair in like they did per se, but I just was so fascinated by all the many benefits that this one little baby packed in. And all you need, simply a ½ teaspoon a day. It's nothing. It's nothing. Now we move on to my #1 favorite. So this one is like top 2, my #1 favorite. I just need all the time. Okay, hold on. I'm being like text messaged like, whoa, so much happening here. Okay, where are you, pretty? Jessica's #1 favorite herb, and I know I've mentioned this about a zillion times before, but I'm gonna mention it again. Musuna pruriens. It's dopamine. That's what I will always refer to it as, dopamine. This is everything. This helps with your brain function, mood elevation. Hello, I'm a Cancer. I need this. Like, if you're a Cancer, you just need to buy it. Like, just buy it. Don't ask questions. Just buy it. Take your ½ teaspoon daily and keep it moving, guys. This is wonderful for the well-being, for soothing your system? Your nervous system, soothing your nervous system. I'm like, I think it's on the bottle. I'm trying to focus and stay on task here. It's actually an additional sleep aid, and what? It's a gin tonic, which helps with your life force and your energy. But honestly, this keeps me on point. If you want me to be productive, if you want me to show up and do it, this is it. Yeah, did you notice that attitude I got about this? This is the herb, man. This goes in my matcha tea like every single day. This is the stuff. This is the #1 herb that I do not live without. Sick or not, I can still bring it. I'm super sick and dying, put some makeup on, glasses on, drink a little bit of this, and I'm like, boom, I'm living, I'm doing it. What do you need? Where do you need me? This is everything. This is the one thing that uplifts me day in, day out, puts me in a good state of mind. It just gets me together and keeps me at a good level. And I think one thing about this is that it also helps with brain function. So I think it really does help me to gear up, energize, and kind of get creative and focus a little more. I love to mix this with rhodiola, the brain tonic, which I will get to in a moment. But these two combined are like superpower for your brain, superpower for productivity, superpower for making awesome things happen. Dopamine. Musuna pruriens. It could be completely wrong, but let's call this some dopamine business and get on it ASAP. Don't even wait. Buy it today. Best product you will ever use, I promise. Okay, so now we are finally here to the pine pollen. So good. So this brand, I still have a lot of. This, I only need like 2 a year. I mean, that's how much of this it's awesome. So this is a really, really great brand. Sun Potion actually has it as well, so I'm curious to switch over to them and give it a whirl. But this is Sir Thrival. They have a lot of great stuff. They have collaborations also with Living Libations, which is Still a video I haven't done a review of. Actually, I did. I filmed it. It was a great review. It was like 1,000,000 minutes long. And it was off my cell phone, which we're having cell phone issues. So anywho, pine pollen. Woo! Okay, this stuff is just baller. This is great for men and women. Hormone balance. Yes, people. It's really, really legitimate. And this helps to boost metabolism. So if you're feeling a little groggy after a meal, maybe pop some of this in your water. You don't have to take just one a day. You could take multiple servings a day. This isn't going to hurt anything. Also, hey man, calling you again. This is great for the libido. Mix this together with ashwagandha, wherever my ashwagandha went. This with the ashwagandha, you have a party in your pants. Throw in a little sustanch in that blend. Party in your pants. No jokes. That's all I can say for you men. This also helps to detox the liver. This is really great as a pre and post workout. This is for endurance or for parties in your pants. And it is a really great aphrodisiac. Honestly, people, this is for men and women. If you're looking to boost the libido, your sexual stamina, I really do recommend the pine pollen sustanch, which I'm not talking about today because I really rarely use it. But pine pollen sustanch and ashwagandha, those three together will create quite a powerful tonic for you and your loved one. Or you and your, what is that, Snapchat or Tinder date? I heard Tinder is supposed to be like more of like a one-night stand thing. I have no idea about any of the online dating, but that's what I've heard. So, hey, I'm just saying, you give it a whirl. Am I missing this herb? Oh, okay, so this brand is not in my top brands at all. This is just leftovers from what I had bought, and I ran out of my sun potions, so this is what I have right now. But it's still a really highly potent herb, which I'm going to recommend to all of you. So this one is called Terrasol Superfoods. It is reishi mushroom. It might be a good starter herb if you don't want to invest a lot up front. This could be a good starting point that you can make elixirs and tonics and add this to recipes. I'm not judging. We all have to start somewhere. I did. Everybody starts where they can afford and what they can do. And even if you can only afford something at a lower price point that might not be as potent, you're still starting to do what you can. And, you know, it's a start. It's the building blocks of life, the journey that we travel. So this is known as the Queen Healer mushroom. This is wonderful. It is a really great nourishing herb. It is wonderful for the spirit. It's a high immune booster. When I say this, it's like no joke. It's highly antioxidant, or it's a high antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and antibacterial. We're talking, if you're sick and you're not taking this, you should be taking this. It's a longevity supporting herb, and it also helps to reduce stress. Now, one thing I have to say is there is a brand called My Community, I believe, or their product is My Community, and I think it's actually the product because it's the one that I use. And they use the cordyceps, the reishi, the chaga. They basically put everything under the sun that you need for the immune boosting, antioxidizing, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, healing, uplifting, soothing, stress reducing. It's like a power punch blend of herbs. And especially when I'm sick, when I'm on IVs, like when I am down, I don't mess around. I buy that, and I don't even worry about making tonics with these herbs in it, because I just take my supplement and I am flying high. I'm doing it because I know that's going to help prevent me from getting worse than I already am. But if you're just looking for a maintenance, reishi. This is really great. And Sun Potion, yes, they do have it. This is a lower price pointed version of reishi. And you can also look up my community. I know for a fact that Amazon sells it, so I'll leave links again for the Sun Potion brand, the Jing Herbs brand. I'll leave a link to this brand just in case you want to take a look. Sir Thrival, Santavia, and the glass stuff. I'm not done yet though. We still have 2 more on my list. Now we get to talk about the Brain Tonic Rhodiola. This is an oxygenator for the body. It helps to produce mental clarity, creativity, stamina, and immunity. It also focuses in on weight balance, longevity, and it helps to create a better focus. So honestly, if you're consuming this with this, you have a power pack. So hey, this is to any of you who have big projects, your project managers, heck, your students in school, and you need like a kick to really get that project done. If you are just feeling low in energy, you're not feeling the vibe on doing whatever it is that you're set out to do and the task that you need to do, you could even use these 2 in the morning to replace your coffee, because these are really going to have that beautiful kick without the caffeine. Or you could do a nice tonic with the 2 herbs with pu'er, which is a wonderful tea. It's fermented, it's caffeinated, it's beautiful. Throw in a little bit of coconut oil or ghee and a little honey, and you have a really wonderful tonic that's super powerful. It's going to energize you. It's going to let you reach your maximum brain capacity, and you're going to focus, you're going to create, you're going to design, you're going to do what you need to do, and you're going to get it done. This is going to keep your focus on point. This stuff, if I have a big blog video day, if I have to write posts, if I actually feel like editing something, which is very rare, most of my edits are putting them together because I don't like to edit. And I just find that if I have tasks at hand that I need to get done, it's like crunch time, I have to have it done, I will not fail on taking this. And again, all of these herbs, you don't have to just take 1 a day. You can take as little or as much as you want every day. But if you're looking to see these benefits over time, you want to take the ones that you specifically want every single day. If you want to see things for occasional, you'll take it for a short period of time. So that really also comes down to what you need. It's always about what you need and what your body, how your body responds to them. And my last herb is Tocos. It's Tocotrienols, and it is essentially rice bran granules. And that's the one I left downstairs. I have a big, I don't know, it's a huge bag of it. It's by Sun Potion, and it's essentially a skin food, and it's very high in vitamin D and E, which helps to create that healthy skin and those connective tissues. It helps to remove toxins. It has a really sweet flavor, so actually it's really awesome if you're looking to add it to a tonic, if you're adding it to foods. Like if you're baking something, it's like a creamy vanilla-y flavor. It's oh, and you could also make like your banana ice cream and throw that in there. It's just like that extra kick that throws it over and gives you lots of health benefits. And because it's so high in vitamin E, it helps to boost immunity, and that is even higher to boost immunity in the elderly community. So if you have a loved one and you want to make them something special, you could always throw this into your mix, whether it's a baked good or something that's something sweeter. So let's just say baked good for this instance. You could throw in a serving of that, and that would really amp that recipe up. And it actually, for you with lung ailments, cystic fibrosis, asthma, or if you have a lung infection, it helps to lower the reoccurrence of infections, especially colds. So a few of these herbs are for you to think about, peruse, see if you like them. like I said, I'm going to make that tonic video, and tonics are so easy. You know, when I first started making them, I think I made them a lot harder than they had to be, and I think so many people were like, add chocolate, add cacao, add this, add that, so I did it, and I hated all of it. I am on the tonic camp of liking it to be really smooth and light, like more liquid, not as thick, and all of the ones that I hate chocolate, and I'm like, sure, I'll add chocolate in there, it's gonna be amazing. It's always bad. Like, you can add chocolate if you like chocolate, or raw cacao, not chocolate, but it's really about creating that profile that you like and making sure that what you're putting in, like for instance, today, in most days for that matter, I did my dopamine, my ashitaba, obviously my rhodiola, and my hishoba. And then I did a teaspoon of coconut oil, a teaspoon of raw organic honey. Sorry, I'm like mentally trying to figure out what I put in there. And then I did about 12 ounces of pu'er tea, that's organic. And then I just blend it up in my blender, you know, simple, easy, and then drink it. It's smooth, it's creamy, it's good. Oh, I actually also added a little liquid oxygen to that, but that's for other reasons that I just wanted to make sure my body was really functioning at a higher level today. So one thing I've noticed when writing these down to make sure I have all the notes properly sourced here is that a lot, if not most, of these herbs have immune support, digestive support, and there was one other thing, and I think immune support, digestive support, and a lot of these help with stress. So I think, and antioxidants, there's lots of antioxidants in these, and I think that's kind of something that you'll see reoccurring and repetitive with tonic herbs, and that's half the benefit of just having that consistency. And then you select the herbs that best suit your needs for other points, and then you just throw them in. I mean, you could do 20 herbs if you really wanted to. You could do one herb if that's all you wanted, or if that's what you can afford. That is okay. You have to start somewhere, and you have to sample, and that's all there is to it. And honestly, this sun potion is by far, I feel like I'm like on drugs today. I'm like feeling so sleepy. I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep on you guys. I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm like, whew, it's not good. Or at least is what I imagine. Well, like medicine drugs. Gosh, I should be clear. Medication drugs, because a lot of the times they like medically induce me in like a sort of coma, if you will. So I just feel like I'm a little loopy today. But if you can only start somewhere, pick the one herb that you think suits the most needs that you have and start with that, and then expand upon that. But I say start with one herb because if you're not going to take it every day, you don't want to waste the money. You want to start small and grow your collection, or pick two and try to take those every day, because the whole benefit of these herbs and these tonics are use, frequency, daily, consistency, because that's how your body is going to react. It's the same thing with medicine. If you're given anti-anxiety medicine and you decide you're just going to take it here and there, it's not going to work. Or if you take it and you're starting to feel better and you're like, I don't need it anymore, your body is going to revert back to its original state, because that's the medicine that keeps it at a stable line. So you want to take it consistently every day, possibly even around the same time if you can, because that's where you have like the most consistent and steady line, especially as far as assimilation goes. So it's something to look into. And again, my two favorite must-haves, never stop using, are these two, and my top four are these two and these two. This is like my common daily, every single day usage. Good stuff, guys. And honestly, I've tried a lot of brands of herbs, and Sun Potion, in my opinion, is just so far out of reach of some of the other herbs and the quality of the herbs. I think they're phenomenal. So I hope that you can try them and report back. Leave a comment below what you think of them. And if you have any questions about the herbs, if you've heard that there could be reactions or counteractions to herbs to your pills or whatever the case may be, if I can answer it, I'll be more than happy to. Or if I can refer you to someone else that can assist you, I will be more than happy to help. I think that if we take one more step towards healing our bodies naturally versus reverting to pills and chemicals, it's one step closer to total body health. So I want to thank you all for watching. Please hit subscribe up above if you are not. Please don't forget to like it below and leave comments, questions, concerns, and check me out on Instagram at The Vegan Vixen. Love you guys. Thank you so much, and hopefully I'll be back soon.